Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I will be filming my top 10 tips for nursing school students. So for those who do not know me, my name is Alesia. I'm a junior nursing major and I go to Hampton University. So these tips will just give you little points, little insiders on how to go through nursing school and exceed and excel in the best way possible. So if you're in nursing school, if you're a pre-nursing major, if you're interested in nursing, definitely keep watching this video just to know the best tips of how to go about nursing school and how to do your best. So my first tip is to write down your notes and to read throughout the textbook. So I want to emphasize the importance of writing down your notes. Writing down your notes is literally proven to have it stay in your head more. Typing it out, I know some people like to type their notes, but typing it out doesn't allow you to really remember the notes as well as writing it down. So I really encourage writing down the notes. Anytime my professor puts up a PowerPoint, I always write down the notes on the PowerPoint. And if someone was to ask me questions on what I wrote down or what did it say about this condition, I would remember, because it's so easy to remember when you actually write stuff down and it stays in your head. Also, you need to read through the textbook. This is not just a class where you don't have to purchase the textbook and you can just look at the PowerPoint and take the test. This is really not how it works in nursing school. The textbook is so important, and if you read through the textbook, you'll definitely have a lot of knowledge about the condition and the signs and symptoms and the therapeutic management of the disease. And I'm only talking about med-surg and peds and stuff like that, but patho, pharmacology, you need to read through the book. Tip number 2 is to always do practice questions before the test. So I definitely recommend doing practice questions after you've studied. So I usually do practice questions on registerednursern.com, or there's a bunch of different Quizlets that will have practice questions where you can practice and test your knowledge on what you know. So basically, when you're answering these questions, it will really show you if you're prepared for the test or not. If you're not getting the questions right and you're really not sure, you're just kind of guessing, you need to go back and you need to restudy your material because you are not ready for the test. Also, sometimes practice questions that you answer, you may see something very similar like that on the test, and it will literally lead you to the correct answer. So practice questions are just so important. Do as many as you can, because honestly, it just makes you gain even more information. So always do practice questions before the test. So tip number 3 is definitely a personal opinion of mine, and people may disagree, but tip number 3 is do not study with a large group of people. I really don't think studying with a large group of people helps. Usually when you study with a large group of people, you end up talking about something else and the topic drifts off and you talk about what you got on this test and this teacher and the homework for next week, but usually you're not really focusing in on the material. I say study with a small group of people, and only study with a small group of people after you've studied yourself. So study with yourself, know all of the material, and well, most of the material. Get with that study group and then start throwing out ideas. So as a group, help each other study. So let's say someone studied COPD. You can say, oh, for the test, I remember that this, remember the teacher said this, remember she said this. Throw out ideas for each other. Make sure that everyone is on the same page when it comes to what you studied and what she said to study. Remember, she said this in the last class about this. Throwing out ideas to each other just really helps. So just make sure, if you study with a group of people, study with a small group of people, and only study after you've conquered the information yourself. So tip number 4 is to make sure you have a healthy balance between school and between your personal life. You're going to feel overwhelmed. It's going to throw off your whole body. Stress just affects your body in almost any way possible. And you're just not going to feel good. So make sure that you're planning out your week. Plan the days that you're going to study. Plan the days that are your days off and you're going to have fun. Make sure that throughout nursing school, it's not just like, oh, this is the worst thing I've ever had to do. Try to balance out your time. It's going to be hard, but make sure that you're having fun as well, so you have good memories that go along with nursing school. Tip number 5 is do not be afraid to ask questions at clinical and in class. I really want to emphasize asking questions at clinical, because when I was first at clinical, honestly, I was so intimidated. I didn't want to ask anything. I just was like, I feel like I should know that, so I'm not going to ask it. And There's so much information that I did not learn from my first clinical rotation because I was not asking questions and I was too scared to. You should always be asking questions because of how much information you can get from what the nurses are telling you. Like, you'll know so much more if you just ask questions and also participate more in clinical. Say, hey, can I do this? Hey, you're about to go in there. Can I do that with you? Or blah, 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 blah. Y'all know what I mean. Tip number 6 is to make friends in nursing school. So just try to find that little group that you connect with, or just a couple friends that you have in your class. Just try to make friends in nursing school because nursing school is very hard and no one can relate to what you're going through besides your nursing school peers. So it's always good to have that person to talk to, that person that you can relate to, and of course the person that you can go and ask questions about the assignments or what you studied for this and that. It's just so important that, you know, you have people that are there for you at a time that may be very hard. Those are the people that you're going to be with all the time, that you're going to be studying with all the time, and that are going through the same exact thing as you. So tip number 7 is motivation. You're going to need motivation to get you throughout nursing school. If you're not passionate about nursing, it's going to be very hard to get through nursing school. But it can also be very hard to stay motivated as well. So I recommend following Instagram pages. Hold on, let me find what Instagram pages I follow. At I Am Nurse Mo, I follow her. I follow Powerhouse Nurses on Instagram, and then also I do watch a lot of YouTube videos that pertain to nursing, and like I watch people that put up videos kind of like what I do, college vlogs, and they end up graduating and becoming a nurse, and it's just so motivating and it pushes me because I'm like, I can do the same thing. I can be that person as well. If she can do it, I can do it. So I just love the constant push of seeing like so many motivational pages and going on YouTube and seeing that, oh, she did this, she graduated today. That just pushes me to get to where I want to be and graduate nursing school. So the YouTube channels that I follow are Holly Rojek, I think I'm saying that correctly, I'm not sure, and The Nurse Nook. So those are 2 YouTube channels that I follow. Watch all their videos, love them. So my 8th tip is, if you are not understanding content, make sure to go to the office and to reach out to that professor and let them know that you're struggling in the class. Going to office hours, they will literally sit there one-on-one and help you right there. Also, this has helped me so much. I go on YouTube and I watch Registered Nurse RN videos. She has so many videos on specific clinical models that we learn, and she breaks it down so much easier than a textbook ever will. So that helps me so much with just understanding content. Sometimes the textbook can just make things so difficult. Like, the YouTube videos just simplify things, break them down. They're so much easier to understand. So if you're not understanding content, go to the teacher's office hours and watch Registered Nurse RN's videos on YouTube. I promise it will help so much. So the 9th tip would be to write down your goals for the semester. It doesn't even have to be for the semester. It could just be for the next test. Just writing down your goals ahead of time makes you stay way more organized with what you're supposed to be doing and what your goals are for that semester. So I would even write down a goal of making sure that I study for at least an hour every single day. You have to hold yourself responsible for your own goals and making sure that you're accomplishing what you want to accomplish. So just write down your goals and try your best to accomplish them. So when you do get above an 84 on that test or above an 85 on that test, make sure that you reward yourself, because that will keep you motivated to say, okay, I did it. I can do it again and again and again. So just keep on writing down your goals, keep on reaching them, and keep on rewarding yourself. So my 10th tip is to stay positive. Cut out all the negative talk. What we think and what we say usually has an effect on what actually occurs. So if you keep saying, oh my God, I'm gonna fail this test next week, or oh my God, I'm gonna fail this test, I'm not ready, blah, 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 you're probably going to fail the test because you keep saying that in your head. You keep convincing yourself you're going to fail. If you say, I got this, I'm going to do well on this test, I'm going to get above that 85, I worked hard for it, etc., etc., you will do good on the test. Believe in yourself, stay positive. You are your biggest supporter. You need to push yourself, you need to motivate yourself, and you need to reach that goal. So just stay positive, believe in yourself, because you can do it. Those are my top 10 tips for nursing school students. Take what you want from this video. You may not agree with every single tip that I said, but whatever tip you may find helpful, just carry it along the way as you go through nursing school. So thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure that you are subscribed to my channel so you know the next time that I post. I always post nursing videos, college vlogs, and a lot of fun things like that. So once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.